Tender morsels of sirloin flavored with an Asian-inspired marinade, grilled tender on bamboo skewers. We've got something so perfect for your next party. Try these marinated beef satays. We are loving these tender, juicy beef satays for good reason. First, they're really easy to make. Second, you can serve them as a party snack or as the main course for a light meal. One thing about timing before we begin, the meat, we're going to be using steak today, does need to marinate overnight, so plan accordingly. Let's start now with the steak. Get it ready for the recipe. You'll need 2 8-ounce sirloins for the recipe, and we start by trimming away and discarding excess fat. Next, cut the steak into 1 to 1.5 inch pieces like so. Then turn each piece on its side so that we can cut down against the grain, maybe 3 thin slices from each piece. We can then cut those thin slices into squares. Let me show you one more time. When the meat is all cut up, we're going to transfer it into a bowl. Now, a secret tender trick. We're going to sprinkle the beef with 1 tablespoon of baking soda, and we're tossing the beef lightly to coat. Cover the bowl and leave the beef to sit for 30 minutes. The trick with the baking soda is going to tenderize the beef and give it a lovely velvety texture. While the beef is resting, let's make a marinade. Into a medium-sized bowl, we're adding 1/2 cup of soy sauce, 1/3 cup of honey, 1/4 cup hoisin sauce, a tablespoon of toasted sesame oil, 1/4 cup of sake, and a teaspoon of Thai 7-spice blend. Could I just say, my new favorite thing is to grate garlic and ginger. Doing so releases so much more flavor than simply chopping it, so we're adding 1 2-inch knob of ginger, peeled and grated, plus 4 cloves of garlic, peeled and grated. Lastly, into the marinade, 1/2 teaspoon of black pepper. Stir the marinade together and pour off maybe 1/4 cup. We'll be using that to brush onto the grilled satays. The rest, leave to the side for a second. Right about now, the beef has been resting for 30 minutes. So we're going to rinse the beef in cold water, then transfer it to a towel-lined platter. Let's pat it dry with more paper towel, then transfer the dried beef into a medium-sized bowl. We're going to add the reserved larger quantity of marinade. Again, our hands are washed, and now we're moving the beef around in the bowl. We're going to make sure each piece is coated with the marinade. Now we cover and refrigerate overnight. One last thing we're going to want to do on day 1. Count out between 16 and 18 bamboo skewers, place them into a container, and cover them with water to soak overnight. Next day, we skewer, we grill, we garnish, and we enjoy. To skewer, we removed the bamboo skewers from the water, patted them dry. Now we can run morsels of beef onto them. Take a piece and thread it onto the skewer, pull the meat down the length of it, add a second piece and a third. 3 or 4 pieces are enough per skewer, perfect quantity for a party snack. One last tip, try not to leave too much of the end of the skewer exposed, it'll burn. And we're going to repeat again and again. You should be able to prepare 16 to 18 satays for this recipe. We're going to place them onto a platter when they're finished. When all are assembled, we're going to discard the excess marinade, do a quick cleanup, and then head out to the grill. Check this out. Before lighting the left side of the grill, I'm going to add a strip of foil down the middle and to the right side. I then turn the flame on and light the left side only. This little trick is going to prevent the ends of the satays from burning. Let me show you. When the grill hits 500 degrees, we're good to go. I like to grill them in batches, 6 at a time. Notice how the end of the skewer is resting on the foil. Close the lid. We're going to cook for 1.5 minutes, then turn them and cook for 1 minute more. Let's transfer them to a serving plate. We're going to brush with a smaller quantity of marinade. Then back to grilling the remaining 2 batches. Let's just do a repeat. Once the satays are grilled, we head back to the workstation. Garnish is chopped green onions and finely chopped bird's eye peppers. Remembering these beef satays are perfect for cocktail parties, but also served as a light meal, maybe with a fabulous rice dish on the side. So delicious. Full recipe is up at weekendatthecottage.com. Please subscribe to our website when you're visiting. Look for this recipe on our dedicated YouTube channel. You can subscribe to it as well. And then take a picture of all the delicious food you're making. Post those pics using hashtag weekendатthecottage on your favorite socials like Pinterest, the Gram, and Facebook. Marinated beef satays. They are so tender and juicy. Enjoy. Like butter. Mmm.